If you're thinking about buying the Belkin BoostCharge 10K portable power bank because you want to stay charged on the go, hold on for a second. I'm going to reveal everything you need to know before you hit that buy button. But here's what surprised me. Despite all the hype about its big 10,000 mAh capacity and integrated cables, this charger has some unexpected drawbacks that could seriously affect your charging game. Most people don't talk about these issues, so stick around because I'm going to unpack the real story and tell you exactly who this product is actually good for and who should look elsewhere. But first, let's dive into what's promised versus what you'll actually get. The Belkin BoostCharge 10K claims to be your ultimate charging companion with an extra-long battery life and integrated cables to power up two devices at once. Sounds great, right? Well, yes, but there's way more beneath the surface. When you pay almost $50 on Amazon for a power bank, you expect it to deliver like a champ, charging fast, holding power, and fitting conveniently in your bag. But does it really? Here's the twist. While the 10,000 mAh capacity looks impressive on paper, real-world use reveals some quirks that can make you second-guess this purchase. This is where the smoke clears. First off, if you're someone who frequently finds themselves juggling multiple devices, like the latest iPhone, an iPad, or your Galaxy S series, then the integrated Lightning and USB-C cables are a clever idea. No more panicking over forgotten cables or messy cords spilling out of your bag. But hold up, these cables come with their own headaches. They're attached, which means if one gets damaged or frays, you're stuck. It's a classic all eggs in one basket situation. Plus, the cables aren't super long, which limits how easily you can use your devices while charging. Imagine trying to watch Netflix in bed with the cable barely reaching the pillow. That's a mood killer. So if you want portable convenience, it's there, but with a cost. Now, about that supposedly extra-long battery life. Belkin says you get up to 31 additional hours of video playback for an iPhone. That's generous, but here's the catch. Your real battery life will heavily depend on your charging habits, device use, and environmental factors. It's like when your mom says, eat one cookie, but you end up eating the whole pack. Expectations and reality rarely match. What I found is that, although the BoostCharge 10K holds enough power for a day trip or a long workday, it's not a miraculous all-day charger you can rely on when you're off-grid for days. For frequent travelers, you might need to carry a second power bank or be prepared to carefully ration your power. So yes, the capacity is solid but not legendary. Here's an important feature Belkin emphasizes: a pass-through charging capability. Sounds fancy, right? It means you can charge the power bank and your phone at the same time. But beware, this only works when your power bank battery is above 25%. Below that, it simply won't pass power through. So if you thought you could keep charging both simultaneously on a low battery, think again. It's advertised as a major convenience, but in reality, it's a conditional perk. This is a perfect example of tech marketing language that sounds better than the actual usability. But who exactly is this device for? If you're a casual user who wants a reliable backup to top up your phone during a day at the office or a quick weekend trip, and you love the idea of integrated cables for a clutter-free experience, the Belkin BoostCharge 10K ticks some important boxes. It's especially handy if you're an iPhone user since the Lightning cable is MFI certified, so it won't throw charge errors like random cheap cables do. And the LED battery indicator keeps you informed when it's time to recharge, which is a neat little touch. On the other hand, if you're a power user, gamer, or frequent traveler who depends on heavy device usage and fast recharge cycles, this might not be the powerhouse you hoped for. Here's the story of my own experience. I took the Belkin BoostCharge on a weekend hiking trip, hoping it would keep my phone and tablet juiced up without me carrying a tangle of cords. At first, the integrated cables felt liberating. No cable mess, no forgotten wires. But then, the length of the cables annoyed me. I wanted to use my phone comfortably while charging, but the short cables meant I was either stuck holding the power bank or nearby an outlet. Also, after about 20 hours of mixed use, the battery ran out faster than I expected, and the pass-through charging turned off just when I needed it most, right below 25%. So I learned that it's not the be-all end-all solution for extended trips without power sources. To lighten the mood, why did the power bank break up with the phone? Because it found someone with more current. Okay, seriously though, jokes aside, the Belkin BoostCharge has its moments but also its quirks. Let me give you a few more pros and cons to balance out the review. Pros include that sturdy build and trusted brand name. Belkin is known for solid accessories, and the integrated cables mean fewer items to pack. Its compatibility extends to a wide range of Apple and Android devices, so you're not locked into just one ecosystem. Charging up to 2 devices at once with a 23W output is also a practical feature. But the cons: you'll face limited cable length, pass-through charging only above 25%, average battery life in real use, and a somewhat bulky size that's a bit heavier than ultra-compact chargers. Also, the price at $48.99 feels a little steep when you compare it to other 10K power banks with detachable cables or faster charging options. By the way, if you're shopping on Amazon, prices can change quickly, so I'll link the current best deal in the description below. Now, here's a question for you. Would you rather have a charger that's versatile with detachable cables, or one with integrated cables but some limitations? Or do you prefer a bigger battery that's slightly bulkier but charges faster? Think about what you value most in a portable charger, because this will help you make the best choice. Before I wrap up, a quick joke: why don't chargers ever get into arguments? Because they always want to keep the peace. All right, back to business. If you're still on the fence, here's my recommendation. If you value simplicity, are mostly an iPhone user, and want a trusted name with integrated cables for less cable clutter, the Belkin BoostCharge 10K is a solid pick. But if you need heavy-duty power delivery, longer cable use, or flexibility, consider alternatives with detachable cables or higher wattage fast charging. To sum it all up, the Belkin BoostCharge 10K is a dependable, well-built power bank designed with user convenience in mind. It won't transform your charging world, but it will keep you powered through everyday adventures and light travel. It's not perfect, but no product is. In fact, its integrated cables could be a game changer for people who hate losing cables or packing too many accessories. Just be mindful of the cable length and pass-through limitations. And here's a final laugh for you. Why did the power bank go to therapy? Because it couldn't handle all the charges. If you want to grab the Belkin BoostCharge 10K for yourself, check the link in the description below. Remember, prices change fast on Amazon, so keep an eye out for the best deal. Thanks for watching and happy charging. May your battery life always stay full.